I'm going to be sharing a new recipe featuring chef's requested bacon wrapped fillets. Today I'm going to be serving the bacon wrapped fillets with some oven roasted veggies. So what I have here are some potatoes, carrots, and about 1/4 of an onion thinly chopped. The first thing I'm going to do is just drizzle this with a little bit of olive oil. And then add some salt and pepper to taste. I have my oven preheated to 375, and I'm just going to go ahead and wrap these up in some foil. I like to go ahead and double it up unless I have some heavy-duty foil. I'm just going to take this foil packet and pop it in the oven, and it'll cook for about half an hour, which is just slightly longer than it'll take to prepare the steaks. Now we're going to start cooking the bacon wrapped fillets. The first thing I did is started to heat up my pan, and now I'm going to go ahead and add some olive oil to the pan and start heating that up. And then I'm going to spill it all over the place. While the oil is getting hot, I'm going to go ahead and put some salt and pepper on the fillets. And as soon as those are ready and the oil is hot, I'm going to go ahead and pop them in the pan so that they can sear on the first side for about 4 or 5 minutes. After 4 or 5 minutes of cooking, I'm going to go ahead and flip the steaks over to the other side so they can sear on both sides. Now, some of you are probably really diet conscious, and the concept of steak wrapped in bacon freaks you out. But really, these little guys are only about 230 calories. And well, if you really hate the concept of bacon, you could always peel it off. And then they're only about 110 calories a piece. So once they're flipped over, I'm going to go ahead and pop on the lid and kind of hold the heat in so it'll cook all the way through. It takes about 8 to 10 minutes on each side. You can go ahead and pull them out of the pan and set them aside for a minute. And we're going to go ahead and make a pan gravy to go with that. So I'm going to turn the stove down a little bit so it's not too hot, and throw about ½ tablespoon to a tablespoon of flour in the pan. And go ahead and stir that around with all the fat and drippings that are in the pan from the bacon. And when you have that all mixed in, I'm going to go ahead and mix that with roughly a cup of beef stock. So I'm going to go ahead and pour that in now. And go ahead and whisk that together. Now, depending on exactly what kind of stock you use, whether it's store-bought or homemade, you might want to go ahead and add some salt and pepper to your gravy. But so I think I'm going to add some pepper now and go ahead and let this come to a simmer and thicken up a little bit. Now, I don't think I have quite enough flour now that I have everything off the bottom of the pan, so I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more while I whisk. And go ahead and mix that in until it gets smooth, which may or may not necessarily happen. So now that we're ready to serve, I'm going to go ahead and take one of the steaks and top it with some of this gravy. And I'm going to go ahead and spoon that over and add some of our veggies, which I just took out of the oven. Go ahead and Throw those on the plate too. And there you have the chef's requested bacon wrap filet with oven roasted veggies and a pan gravy. Once again, you can find me at KristieMcNealy.com, and you can find out more about these great little steaks at chefsrequested.com.